Oh man, come on, JC kids, Jesus ran away. Hey, what's up, JC kids? It's me, Big Steve. And, well, Jesus didn't actually run away now, but there was a story in the Bible where Jesus ran away, kind of. We're gonna get into it, but there aren't really all that many stories about where Jesus was a little kid. There was obviously the story when Jesus was born. That's Christmas. We all know that one. But most of those stories skip to when Jesus was in his 30s and doing his ministry. But this story happens when Jesus was just 12 years old. Man, it's crazy. And Jesus was walking around and he was in the city of Jerusalem with his mom and his dad. Do you remember who they are? Yeah, that's right, Mary and Joseph. Good job. So Mary and Joseph came with all of their family, and I'm assuming there was a lot of them, like cousins and aunts and uncles and maybe even grandparents. Who would you like to travel with your family? Oh man, that's so cool. So yeah, they probably all came to Jerusalem where they were going to kind of a festival. And I said that there was a lot of them because this next part is gonna make sense. Jesus and he was there with all of his cousins, and aunts, and uncles, and grandparents, and his parents, of course. And when the festival was over, Mary, Joseph, and all of the relatives went to go home, and they left. Only Jesus stayed, and he stayed in Jerusalem. And it took a whole day of all of them traveling, and Mary and Joseph finally realized Jesus wasn't there. Can you believe that? Jesus was still way back in Jerusalem. So they had to turn around and go all the way back. And when they got back to Jerusalem, they had to look for Jesus. When they finally found Jesus, it was 3 whole days later. Jesus had been by himself as a 12-year-old for 3 whole days. And when they found him, he was in a synagogue. A synagogue is basically a church for Jewish people. And back when Jesus was just a little kid, that's all they had was synagogues if you were gonna go to church. So they found him and he was sitting around all of the teachers and the elders and the priests and everybody, the rabbi, and he was listening to them. He was listening to their stories about God. And then, this is what's super cool and what I want you guys to get. Jesus started asking questions. That's what you guys need to do. When you want to learn something new or learn more about something, you just ask questions. And it says they were astounded, they were surprised, they were blown away by the questions that Jesus was asking. And he was only 12 years old. So I want to empower you guys today. Even if you're really young, you can set an example. And all you have to do is ask questions and continue to learn. Well, Jesus' parents found him and they took him, they gave him a big hug. And they said, "You can't run away like that." And Jesus said, "I was here at my Father's house." What do you think he meant by that? That's right. Jesus was God's son. He was God's only son. And at that time, even though Mary and Joseph had been told by the angel at Christmas that they were gonna have the Savior, I don't really think that they understood what Jesus was trying to tell them at 12 years old. But that's all the time we got for today. Bye-bye.